Perception. We've all heard about it, but what does it mean? First of all, there's a difference between perception and attention. Perception uses no concentration, however, attention does. In perception, sensations are translated to give a meaning. For example, we have here a bunch of letters. In a specific order, you turn the sensation of letters into the word psychology. Even though perception itself is very easy, the system behind it is actually complicated, so it's kind of a paradox. What can we perceive? Well, we can perceive symbols, signals. For example, if I tell you Mo Salah, which is a symbol, your mind automatically imagines this picture of a person with a specific look. Signals like green or red. Green might show go or safe, red might show spicy or danger. We've also got visuals and sounds and distance, like the scenery. We hear, we see. The distance, we know the balloon is far away. There's also time, ideas, body image, psych, and body functions like if I'm hungry or thirsty. 3D perception, which is basically depth, can depend on a couple of factors like parallax, the shadows, the textures, and more. Factors affecting perception, there are two main groups, figural and personal. You might want to screenshot the video right now because this might be helpful for med students. Let's start with personal. Firstly, mood. So if you're more positive or optimistic, you're likely to notice the positive stuff. Habit and familiarity. For example, in this sentence, not everyone notices the mistake in the sentence when we add the other tha. That's because your mind is used to it being correctly, so it ignores the wrong mistake. Same for the word discover, I've wrote it wrong once. Aesthetic factor. Be honest, if you're walking down the street, which one are you more likely to notice? The Verna or the Bugatti? Looks do matter. Interests. What are you into? Is it a certain sport? Is it makeup? Whatever it may be, that's what you're more likely to notice when you're in a mall, opening a magazine, etc. Needs. You hungry? You're gonna think of food. You're not like what you are, or what was the one for the Snickers ad? I forgot. Mental set. When bro is locked in on a game, that's all he can perceive, nothing else. We finished personal, now figural. First, there's figure ground organization when there's so much going on and you can go back and forth between seeing two different pictures, for example. Here, do you see two white heads on a black background or a black vase on a white background? See? See what I mean? That's what I mean. Location and distance, 3D is depth as we discussed before, 2D right and left. Now grouping or gestalt law, where we basically group things that are similar to each other based on different things. For example, proximity when things are close together, similarity based on color, shape, closure when you start to connect the dots and make a bigger image out of smaller stuff. Good continuation, also known as pregnance, is where this shape might be a bit confusing, but once you see the shapes and the colors, your mind starts to identify it. That's because your mind wants to see it in the simplest way possible. Common fate, when the things are doing the same thing. The birds are flying, the people are clapping. You don't look at each one by one. Because if you do, that's attention, that's what's concentration. Common region, where we group things based on where they are in area-wise. For example, in the left picture, the four dots aren't even the same color, yet we group them together because they're in the same gray box. The same would be true for the middle picture. Here we most likely group the two dots inside the circle, even though the middle two are closer. Connections. Connected objects are grouped. Synchrony. Things in sync are grouped together. And that's about it. Skadoosh, guys.